3 days without food, 72 hours of your stomach screaming at you while your coworker munches on pizza right next to your desk. Sounds like torture, right? But here's what nobody tells you. Those 3 days can completely reset your metabolism, trigger massive cellular cleanup, and make you feel sharper than you have in years. Or if you mess it up, it can leave you feeling like death, binging on everything in sight the moment it is over, and wondering why you just wasted 3 days for nothing. See, most people approach a 72-hour fast like it is some kind of extreme diet. They white knuckle through it, suffer unnecessarily, then break the fast with a massive meal that destroys all the benefits they just worked so hard to get. That is not discipline. That is self-sabotage with extra steps. I've done more 72-hour fasts than I can count, and I have watched hundreds of people attempt them. The difference between those who transform their health and those who just make themselves miserable always comes down to the same mistakes. Mistakes that are completely avoidable if you know what you are doing. So let me walk you through exactly how to do a 72-hour fast the right way, the mistakes that will ruin everything, and what to do the moment that fast ends. Because that last part, that is where most people completely fall apart. First, let us talk about what is actually happening inside your body during those 3 days. This is not just about weight loss. Sure, you will drop some pounds, but that is almost beside the point. The real magic starts around hour 16, when your body finally burns through its glucose stores and switches to fat for fuel. This is called ketosis, and it is where things get interesting. Your insulin drops, inflammation decreases, and your cells start a process called autophagy. Think of autophagy like your cells finally getting around to spring cleaning. All that damaged protein, all those dysfunctional parts that have been cluttering things up, your body starts breaking them down and recycling them. It is like hitting the reset button at the cellular level. By day 2, you are deep into this process. Your mental clarity often shoots through the roof because your brain loves running on ketones. Your body is producing human growth hormone at levels you have not seen since you were a teenager. This is the stuff that preserves muscle, burns fat, and keeps you from feeling like a walking corpse. And by day 3, you're in full transformation mode. Your immune system is regenerating. Old damaged cells are being cleared out. Your body is essentially upgrading its software while you go about your day. But here's the problem. Most people sabotage this entire process without even realizing it. So let me give you the mistakes that will absolutely wreck your 72-hour fast, and trust me, I have seen every single one of these destroy someone's results. Mistake number 1, going in completely unprepared. You cannot just wake up on Monday morning, skip breakfast, and think you're ready for 3 days without food. Your body needs a runway. If you have been eating carbs and sugar right up until the moment you start fasting, you're going to crash hard. The transition into ketosis will feel like hitting a wall. You will get the headaches, the fatigue, the irritability, all of it amplified because your body has no idea what is happening. Instead, spend 2 or 3 days before your fast eating lower carb, higher fat meals. Let your body start adapting. Ease into it like you are warming up before a workout, not jumping straight into a sprint. Mistake number 2, not drinking enough water. And I do not mean sipping a glass here and there. I mean drinking way more than you think you need. When you're fasting, you're not getting any water from food, which is where you normally get about 20% of your daily intake. Plus, as your body burns through glycogen, it releases a ton of stored water. You need to replace all of that, or you're going to feel absolutely terrible. Headaches, dizziness, that foggy feeling that makes you want to quit. Half the time, it is just dehydration pretending to be hunger. Drink at least 3 liters a day, more if you are active or it is hot outside. Add a pinch of sea salt to your water for electrolytes. This alone will solve about 70% of the misery people experience during a fast. Mistake number 3, overdoing the caffeine. Yes, black coffee and tea are fine during a fast. They can even help with hunger and give you energy. But some people think fasting is their excuse to mainline espresso all day long. Bad idea. Too much caffeine on an empty stomach will spike your cortisol, make you jittery and anxious, and completely mess with your sleep. And sleep during a fast is crucial. This is when your body does most of its repair work. If you're lying awake at 2 in the morning because you had your 5th cup of coffee at 7 at night, you are sabotaging your own results. Keep it to 1 or 2 cups in the morning, maybe a tea in the afternoon, and call it a day. Mistake number 4, pushing through intense exercise. Look, light movement is great during a fast. Walking, gentle yoga, stretching, all of that helps with energy and keeps you from feeling sluggish. But if you are trying to hit a new personal record at the gym or go for a 10-mile run on day 2 of your fast, you are being an idiot. Your body is already working hard to adapt to running on fat instead of glucose. Do not add extra stress by demanding peak athletic performance. Save the intense workouts for after you break your fast. During those 72 hours, move your body gently and give it space to do the deep work it needs to do. Mistake number 5, and this is the big one, breaking your fast like a starving animal. This is where 90% of people completely destroy everything they just accomplished. They make it through 3 days, feel amazing, and then immediately eat a huge meal full of carbs and junk because they think they earned it. Your digestive system has been on vacation for 3 days. Your insulin sensitivity is at an all-time high. Your gut bacteria have shifted. If you hit your system with a massive influx of food, especially refined carbs and sugar, you're going to feel sick, bloated, and you will likely gain back any weight you lost almost immediately. Plus, you will miss out on the metabolic benefits because you just spiked your insulin through the roof. So how do you break a 72-hour fast the right way? Slowly and strategically. Start with something small and easy to digest. Bone broth is perfect because it is gentle on your stomach and full of electrolytes and minerals. Sip on that for 30 minutes to an hour. Then, if you feel good, have a small portion of something like avocado, a handful of nuts, or some fermented vegetables. Give your body another hour, let your digestion wake up gradually. Then you can have a proper meal, but keep it moderate. Think protein and healthy fats with some vegetables. Save the big carb-heavy meals for the next day. Your body will thank you, and you will actually hold on to the benefits you just worked 3 days to get. And here's what nobody tells you about the day after you break your fast. That is when you feel the real transformation. The mental clarity, the energy, the way your clothes fit, it all comes together. But only if you did it right. Only if you prepared properly, stayed hydrated, avoided the caffeine trap, moved gently, and broke your fast with intention instead of desperation. A 72-hour fast is not a punishment. It is not about deprivation or proving how tough you are. It is a tool, a powerful one, that can reset your relationship with food, upgrade your metabolism, and give your body the deep cleaning it desperately needs. But like any tool, you have to use it correctly, or you will just hurt yourself. So, if you are thinking about trying a 72-hour fast, do not wing it. Follow the process. Prepare your body, stay on top of hydration and electrolytes, keep the caffeine reasonable, move gently, and for the love of everything, break that fast with respect for what your body just accomplished. Do that. And those 3 days will not just be an experiment. They will be a complete transformation. Now go make it happen.